Hello and welcome to the Lacrosse Show. Battling a flu today, but had to get out there just to talk about the new stringing rules, which were changed a little bit. They're not set in stone yet, but they're getting there. And it looks like some new recommendations have been made, and the 3.5-inch rule has been moved to 4 inches, which gives you just a little bit more space to pack 3 shooters into your stick. I'm going to go through some heads that do not meet the requirements, and then we'll go through one that does, and then give you some options and things you might want to try now that you can't nestle 2 V's or U's into your stick. It's definitely going to change the way you need to string your sticks, but I don't know that it necessarily needs to change the way you play. So first one, you've got kind of this typical Mark Matthews, I guess, skips a row, starts 2-4-8, 4 shooters. This goes way below 4 inches. I think that's down. That's a 5.5. So these 4 across, straight out, no more. Same thing happens over here when you got a V shooter low. V's used. These are out because of the side portion here. This is all running well 4 inches below. This portion might be safe on some sticks, but the rest of it really isn't. So all those V shooters have to be taken out and put straight across if the rules go into effect the way that they've been updated last. What will work for you, 3 shooters across the top. You can still get a pretty good pocket in there. This is a college legal head. It meets all the tests. The ball comes out of the back and the front and passes all the roll tests. The shooters are just barely above 4 inches. So that's a 4-inch mark right there. And the shooter is about 1/4 of an inch above that. So it looks like if the 4-inch rule goes through, you will be able to get those 3 straight shooters across. This pocket definitely relies on those shooters a little bit to kind of hold the ball up tight. It kind of is going to develop a nicer high pocket, middle high pocket. I think you'll see some of that. For the guys who want a lower pocket, I think you might actually only see those guys use 2 shooting strings. And then it's all about the sidewalls. This is a high school legal head, which also passes all the college tests. So you can still definitely get a really tight channel in there, except here you're going to use the mesh and the sidewall to pull it down instead of creating that channel with an actual shooting string. I've used this stick. It actually throws really well. It throws very similarly to a shooting string, a 2V shooting string setup with then 2 more straight shooters across the top. So, I don't think that's a major concern. Again, you're just going to have to maybe tighten that channel up a little bit more, maybe look for a little softer mesh. That'll actually help the ball come out of the backside of the pocket. The softer the mesh is, it doesn't get bunched here, it doesn't get stiff, and doesn't create that lip where then the ball can't come out over that. So if you're looking to try out some different kinds of mesh, a true soft mesh might not be the best option for you if you've been playing with hard mesh and shooters. But I've been trying out some of this thicker. You can see that the material itself is actually a little thicker. The mesh is thicker. Some people call this Canadian mesh or American mesh. There are a million different names for it. But this stuff, I think, has some real potential. I've been using it more and more. It's very smooth, and you can definitely get a channel going in there, which you can't always do with soft mesh without getting a ton of whip or too much hold. And then your other options in kind of a softer mesh variety are to find raw white. It can be dyed any color you want, but that kind of raw monster mesh. This stuff is 7 diamond, 7 and 6s, and then you've also got kind of that bigger, the bigger 5 and 6 or the 4 and 5, and those could be good options. So along with traditional, I think you're definitely going to see more traditional next year. I think you're also going to see a little more soft mesh. They definitely pass those tests a little better and still let you get that great pocket, that great channel that you're all looking for. So give it a shot, try out some new products, and it's not the end of the world. If you can string a stick using the old rules, you're going to be able to figure out how to string a stick using the new rules, and you've got a little time to do it. So get on it, buy some string supplies, and do your best. Good luck.